and react to here comes hate mail, transgender hate mail, homosexual hate mail, atheist hate mail. Basically, about me reacting to a bunch of screen caps of comments, usually on YouTube and DeviantArt, that are responses to comments again that I made against these deviant lifestyles and a few other things. I'm gonna center. Trigger warning. Words like penis, vagina, uterus, ovaries, testicles, and vulva will be used in these videos. I am a Bible-believing Christian, so what I say may tick you off. The people say that Christian believe in the Bible, which really messes them up, and what they say may tick you off. The people say that God is evil, which is wrong, or God does not exist, which is wrong, and what they say may tick you off. Let's see here. I have this giant, big old screen that I was showing, reading the hate mail off of. Basically, from my church. The screens from my church, they gave it to me after they got bigger and better screens for the church. And so basically, I can't show you that stuff like in the old hate mail show, because my brother has informed me that they could be considered evidence of harassment, meaning when someone is posting content saying they want to end it all because of how their body looks or sounds or what normal biological function it does, and I say there's no need to do that, here are the scientific reasons why, here are the biblical reasons why I believe that, they can say that that's harassment because they're not thinking straight. And people can believe them because they're also not thinking straight. There were no names and icons talked about, except for, in certain cases, like with my heckler, this one heckler on DeviantArt, who says he's a girl now because he got his penis and testicles removed, and what was left shaped to look like a vulva, even though it will never be a vulva. It was a huge waste of time for him to do that. He basically made a DeviantArt page with one piece of art, one art post on it, and the placeholder DeviantArt placeholder thumbnail picture. And basically, he made that site just to heckle and make up lies about people who disagree with his lifestyle. So yeah, that's basically the only reason that we talk about stuff like that. Other times I will be talking about other things. And other times I won't be saying to talk about names and icons except for my own, because it's not about who said what specifically. It's about what people who say this stuff, who believe in this stuff say, and why I must stand against it. So continue on with this person who is trying to say that dysphoria is not fear, even though it totally is. That I am not respecting them people by not indulging their fantasies. I'm not respecting people because I don't indulge their fantasies, and I stick with reality, and trying to say like, oh, science agrees with us because that stuff that's biological, we use that to study other species of living creatures, but we don't do that for ourselves. Because our society is more complex than that. Yes, meaning what you believe is more complex than that. Which, you can be wrong. So let's continue on here. What's she saying? What's this person, he or she, is saying? Why I was thinking it's the same question. I don't need to hide it. The fact that then you refuse to acknowledge the fact that dysphoria exists. So I don't acknowledge the fact that dysphoria exists. I acknowledge the fact that dysphoria is something that you can't fight against. I disagree with the fact that you can't fight dysphoria. I disagree with the fact that you have no choice but to give into it. That's what dysphoria, the devil, wants you to believe. So instead of that bull, we're going to stick with this. You can't refute since you never had it. Because they don't think I've never had it. I never had dealt with fear, but or thinks that dysphoria is different than fear when it isn't. It means fear. Okay. Therefore, I'm not experienced to argue against it. What would I fight against fear? That's what would someone do if they found out of your biological sex? And then this person says, "Well, I already made it known since it doesn't bother me." And most people just say, "Oh, cool. I'll continue calling you Miss." So it's a dude. Doesn't bother him. Why transition if it doesn't bother you? Jeez. Some people end up being rude, and then I don't really see them often because they stop talking to me, and I pity them. Because they didn't fall for my lie. Bad news. The issue is when people like you defend an assault because the victim wasn't born the right way or believes they weren't born the right way when they were. People have justifying it with they were trans for centuries. Like they justify it with they were gay for centuries, just like they justify it with they were black for centuries. And the problem with that philosophy is that the transgender lifestyle and the homosexual lifestyle are based on choices you make. You choose to give in to those temptations to sin. Being black is genetic. Oh yeah, that's where we were. Yes, I remember that. Being black is genetic. And yeah, having dark skin and these facial features is genetic. Okay, it means I'm from Africa. My originally from Africa. Yes, African American, and basically, no, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing's wrong with that. And if someone attacks me because of this skin color and facial features, that's wrong because that's racism. But if someone basically says that you're doing wrong to someone who decides to give in to the homosexual or transgender lifestyle, that is not the same thing because that's choice based. That's them giving into temptation to sin. Okay, they could choose not to sin. And that would basically be tough. Be a lot harder to do because, of course, like with what Yoda said, the dark side is quicker, easier, more seductive. But the light side is definitely harder. And the light side is harder, And basically, the Bible says, "Broad is the way to destruction, narrow is the path to life." So it's all right. That's how it goes. Continue on. What happened? What are we out of order here? Click. Ugh. They were like for centuries, So he's also might well do some more critical thinking. And I said that. Wait, where's that? Did I say that already? Wait, what was it? Wait, later. So Hero Comics. Well, pushing your religion on others is really effing annoying. Keep that in mind. Yeah, but it's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to hold back those tigers to a slaughter by warning them against that nasty stuff. And someone says, Hero Comics. Some people can't be happy without transitioning. Yeah, they can. And everybody can actually. They all learn how to. And I say, true. I'll bet that Noah and Jonah were annoying to some people. When they kept on telling them that they should stop sinning or they were going to die, read more, dang it. And then later it's like, actually they can once they understand they don't have to. Definitely don't have to transition. You can actually learn to live in truth, learn what really is going on here. Not that people born with testicles must act this way. People always must act a certain way, except for, of course, according to the Bible. But when it's like, oh no, wait, what are you doing that sport? You were born with ovaries. You're not supposed to do that sport. What are you doing with that? Doing that activity? You were born with testicles. You're not supposed to do that activity. Why not? Does it have anything to do with being born with testicles or being born with ovaries? Like, no, it just has to do with arms and legs. An interest in doing that. So no, there is no girl or boy sports. There are stereotypically girls, stereotypically boy sports, but and activities. But no, let's go. And someone else says, "Hero Comics, you say truth hurts. It does, but maybe it'll hurt more for you to consider the thought that the Bible was written by a bunch of grifters, not grifters, trying to make sense of the world. They weren't. They weren't grifters. Throwing things at a wall and hoping that they might stick. Actually, that's not what happened. It was inspired by God and written by awesome people, and that's how it goes. And then someone says, "Oh well, good," to somebody else. And I say, "You clearly know nothing." Someone says, "You clearly know nothing of all of this topic, so shut up." I'm like, "Oh yeah." A person with a genetic trait that makes him look a certain way, but it's not wrong. It should not be hidden or lied about. No, nothing about a genetic trait that makes people look a certain way, but it's not wrong. It should not be hidden or lied about. Yeah, sorry. When someone's like hating on somebody because of the way their body looks, and then they're like, oh, maybe I got to change how my body looks, and they want to hate on me. Then you're blaming your body for something that's their fault. It's not cool. What's this? Yeah, I got all the time. Okay. They're lying about. And I say later, it is kind of strange for someone who's lying and envying to say that people who wrote about how lying and envying are wrong are not telling the truth. Because that's the person that said they were grifting. That the Bible was made by grifters, liars, basically. Someone says, "Here we go." Oh, so, but okay, we are out of order here, but otherwise let's keep going till we get to the end. Here we go. So, IG, everyone in the world is no matter. It makes sense. And I say, mentally speaking, yes. So, and I say, if she was 10, she didn't want to, no. And I say, fake warriors do not count. What they're doing is getting surgery to look like what they want. So they will never be the other sex. They should learn to accept themselves as it is. And someone says, here we go, you're being stupid by telling the truth. Stupid. What the heck? So I say to somebody, no, what is wrong with people who are physically male or physically female being seen as female? Do you think that's a sign of weakness or something? And transitioning does not help with fear. It only gives into it. Fear will always be in some way something to scare you with, so it's best to resist it. Someone says, also being seen as female is literally contradictory to me not really being female inside. There's no male or female feeling. It hurts a lot. It hurts a lot. And like I say, how do you know you feel male? I ask, because yeah, she's they're trying to say that there's male or female feelings when there isn't all the time. And she's like, here we go, because I like to be called he, him, because of the connotations. I love male-based compliments, being treated like a male, lies, stereotypes.